This is Tyler Cantrell reporting for BlazerTV.com. We're here with senior offensive lineman Terrence Edge, who just told me that he does not like McDonald's. He's more of a Burger King guy. So if you want to hang out with Terrence Edge, you will not do that at Mickey D's. But Terrence, your senior returning starter, and we just talked a minute ago. You started all 12 games last year, but you did start at two different positions. So I want to go back to last year real quick. What was it like kind of switching mid-season, going to a different spot? Was that tough, or was it just kind of a natural switch for you?
I feel like at first it was tough because I had never played guard before, but besides that, it was just kind of started getting it naturally down pat and getting used to it more than I am that I did last year. So it was okay.
That's all right. Well, you guys on the offensive line, you're returning a lot of starters this year. Obviously, you've got a lot of senior guys. How good and that's the first thing you hear about a football team is if the offense is going to be good, you want to have a veteran line, and you guys have that in place this year. How do you feel about these guys? What kind of teamwork's going on? Do y'all know each other pretty well out there and how each other's going to play?
Yeah, I know these guys well, and I know they're going to come to play every time it's time for a game. So, I mean, we feel like we got one of the best offensive lines in the conference right now. So basically off experience and everybody that play, even, it's 4 seniors, and most of the guys that's behind us have played too because of injury and other things like that. So we feel like we're going to be very productive at the offensive line position.
You got a senior quarterback this year. Last year you didn't know who your leader was going to be on offense. This year you know it's Brian. What is he like in the huddle? Does he do a good job keeping you guys together and focused?
Yeah, he keeps us together. He keeps us focused, and we feel a little more comfortable with him, you know what I'm saying, because he knows what he's doing. He knows where the ball's going, and he get the ball out of there. So all we got to do is just allow him to do his thing.
Got a new offensive line coach this year, Rick Mallory. He's been around. He's been known as being a really good offensive line coach. How's he fitting in with you guys? Has he made any changes? What's it like with Coach Mallory this spring?
I mean, he's more intense, so we got to match his intensity level. But I feel like Coach Mallory is a really, really good coach. And all the guys love him. And it's just a family. Like, the whole offensive line, we're a family. He came in, he's taking us under his wing, he's teaching us new stuff, and he's just teaching us how to play ball.
And how good do you think this offense can be? This offense this year, you got a running back in Pat Shedd coming back who was very productive last year that you guys were blocking for. You got a good quarterback. You got some guys back at receiver. You got to replace a tight end, obviously, that was very good last year in Jeffrey Anderson. But after going through spring so far and having a scrimmage, how good do you feel like this offense can be moving forward?
I feel like we can be one of the better offenses in the country. We got a good top 25 offense because we got a senior-led offensive line, a senior quarterback, and a very explosive skill player. So I feel like we can be one of the better offenses in the country.
Well, we're here with Terrence Edge. Terrence, thanks for your time. If you want to see this member of the Brian Ellis Protection Agency, just don't hang out at McDonald's. And we look forward to seeing some great things from you this year. Thanks, Terrence. Tyler Cantrell with BlazerTV.com. We're here with senior Terrell Springs. He's a 3-year letter winner at cornerback here for UAB, and he's the pride of what he just told me was a huge area called Chester, South Carolina. It's a huge metropolitan area, but we're glad that Terrell took time out with us today after our second scrimmage. Terrell, I wanted to ask you real quick, the cornerback position, you got a lot of veterans. You got 5 seniors. 4 of you guys have played together the last 3 years, have all lettered together. How do you feel with these guys? Do you know where these guys are going to be all over this field? How well do you know these guys out here?
I know them very well. Looking forward for T.J. Ballou to come back. Marquise Coleman playing the other side. I'm looking for the season, start and see how we progress in the year. 'Cause I feel like we veterans, we should make more plays and run the defense since we got more seniors than any position on the team. So.
Well, you got a new defensive coordinator this year. It's your first real serious coaching change since you've been here. How's that working out so far with the cornerback position? What's it like with Coach West out here running the defense compared to a different coach the past 3 years?
It's real easy. It's simple. We fast. What I'm saying? We ain't worrying about making mistakes. We just playing. Out here. Other than a couple years ago, we had to worry about a lot of things going on. But now we just playing, and we cut out some of the busts. It's going to be a good year for the defense.
Yeah, and Terrell, you've been through 2 scrimmages now. You had one last Saturday, one this Saturday. Go through with us how you felt about both scrimmages. Did you feel like there was some improvement made today? You still got a lot of work to do. Looking forward to the green and gold game next week.
We got a lot of improvement to make. Cut down on some of the busts. We seen how many busts we had today from last week, and we know that if we cut down on that, we'll be one of the top defenses in Conference USA.
We're here with Terrell Springs. If you guys want to come out and see him next week, the green and gold game, come and see this senior-led position. As he said, a lot of seniors at cornerback. We're expecting some big things from you guys this year. Thank you for your time. We're back here. We're talking with sophomore wide receiver Jackie Williams, and for all the ladies out there, this guy likes to cook and sing. So not only is he a muscled-up football player, he's gonna prepare the meal and then serenade them with some music. So we got Jackie right here, and just completed the second scrimmage today. But I wanted to take you back last year. This is your first spring here. You came as a true freshman last year. You got here last year. There was, as we talked about, there was a lot of guys here trying to catch passes. You had Jeffrey Anderson, you had Mike Jones, Cantrell Forrest, all seniors. What did you learn from those guys last year, and what did it take to make an impact and be able to get on the field last year?
They really just told me to learn the mental aspect of the college football game. Me coming from high school to a college level where it's going to be a team full of D1 speed and strength athletes more than going just 1 or 2 athletes against a high school team. They showed me and helped me out with a lot of leadership and learning the playbook, really, and that was probably the most challenging part, and I let the physical aspect of it come to myself.
Well, also, last year I was talking to you a minute ago, a lot of guys go their whole career wanting to have a moment like you had against Troy. Go through that moment with us. That was a complete breakout game for you, and you really became a major offensive factor in the games after that. What was it like? What was that moment like for you? As you're going to be remembered by UAB fans forever, no matter what you do the rest of your career for that moment. What was that moment like for you last year?
It was exciting. Every child that plays football, kid, boy, they dream of a moment like that to be the hero, so to say. So when my number was called, I just tried to make the plays.
This year, how much better do you feel you are coming into this year as the last year? You talked about learning the plays, but as a player, compared to just getting here right before the season started last year, how much more prepared are you going to be this year to make even bigger impact?
I'm still growing. I talked to my coach, Head Coach Neil Callaway, yesterday, and he was just telling me to be more consistent. So I'm trying to work on being more consistent with my reps, mental reps and physical reps, learning all the plays, being in the right alignment and all that, trying to help out the other players since I'm a more veteran than what they were so they can get to play last year. So I'm just trying to work on that this year.
And we talked about how there was a lot of seniors last year. This year, you're one of the veterans. You got a guy like Nolan Smith who played last year who's stepping up this spring. You got DJ Vincent who's turning some heads. You got Nick Adams who was injured last year and who's making his comeback. How do you feel about this unit of wide receivers? What are you guys going to be able to accomplish this year?
We're a good group. They're young, but they're not really young because they were here last year. They just didn't get a chance to really compete in the games, but they still got the reps at practice. DJ and JJ, they were redshirted last year, so was Jay Davis, but they out here. JJ is probably the fastest person on the team. DJ is one of the quickest, so they out here just using their abilities to their advantage. Nick Adams, he's the oldest one. He didn't get to play last year with an injury, but he stepped up this year and worked real hard to get back to help us out, so he's doing real good. And Nolan, he just out there learning a different position. He moved from the X to the Y mainly this year, so he's out there trying to learn and help us to the best of his ability also.
And my last question for you today is, how do you feel about the offense through the first 2 scrimmages? Do you feel you guys are clicking pretty good, or you still got a lot to work on? How do you feel so far through the first 2 scrimmages this year?
We're doing pretty good. We still got room for improvement, but with Ellis known to be the #1 quarterback this year, we feel pretty confident with him. We're just the receiver just trying to beat up whenever he calls us so we can help make the plays. JP, Jonathan Perry, he's out there also at the second string, so he's doing real good this spring also.
We thank you. We're looking for more great moments like the Troy game last year. That by no means do we not want about 3 more of those before you graduate. So thank you, Jackie, for spending some time with us today.
Well, you know, just off the top of my head, out there looking, I thought there was a lot of good things, a lot of good individuals. The 2 guys that stood out to me offensively were DJ Vincent again. He didn't make as many plays as he did last week. Probably didn't have the opportunities, but whenever he had an opportunity, he did what he's supposed to. J.J. Nelson did a good job. J.J. had a couple of big plays, not only on offense but in the kicking game. So. You know, just looking at it, that's what I saw as far as positive. Negatively, we very sloppy, I think. Both sides of the ball. Had too many penalties. All sides offense, all sides defense. You know, too many penalties, and I think we've got to play smarter and do things the right way. But I think we got a lot of good work. We got into more situation stuff. You know, during this course of this scrimmage than we did last week. So we'll look at the film, evaluate it, kind of see where we're at. You know, we decided to hold Brian and Shed. Wanted to make sure we get the backup quarterbacks enough looks, give them a chance to compete. We'll look at the film, evaluate it, and we'll talk about it more. Talk about that more on Monday. I really didn't see the running back step up. I'm very disappointed in that. Handing the ball, they make what's there. You know we need better than that, and so we got to evaluate, see where we're at right there, and we still got some depth issues defensively, but at the same time we got to do some things better over there too. You know, obviously we want leaders on this football team, but this is a day that we give the guys opportunity. They know that coming in, and we got to see it. They need to take advantage of it. No, I don't think we really improved enough. Maybe it had something to do with holding Ellis and Shed, but no, I didn't think we did as many good things this week as we did last week, to be honest with you.